All right, let's see who's gonna come in here tonight. Peace to everybody. Please make sure y'all hit the like button while y'all come in here and share. Let's see. I know it's Saturday night. You know, I know what happens on a Saturday night. Y'all going out, getting y'all drink on or whatever. You know, enjoy yourself. You dig? Have fun for me, man. But today is Austin Metcalf's, he gets buried today. You know what I'm saying? So, rest in peace to him, and his family, all the condolences and everything in that nature. Um, I just need one favor from one of y'all in here. What is the guy name? It's that big Muslim guy who be on that news like on that news anchor shit, right? That that was talking about this case. You know, the one that be always standing up for black people, the big muscular dude, like the Muslim dude. Do y'all know his name? If y'all could find the video where he was talking about it, about Karmelo Anthony, please send it to me or just let me know his name because I totally forgot. I seen it earlier, but I didn't save it. But let's get right to it. So I know y'all already know, I'm pretty sure y'all know that the Pops in 2011. Matter of fact, let's get to that first because there's a lawyer who's exposing literally that police had basically, almost like sabotaged his case. And we need to understand that no video has resurfaced. Greg, the DEA, I think his name was Greg Pitts or something. I know his first name was Greg or whatever. So he said that he would not be getting the death penalty and he would not be getting life in jail. You know what I mean? But I really think what they're going to do is try to give him the maximum time. You know what I'm saying? And then we have to understand too the demographics of that area, because at the end of the day, he got to be judged by his peers. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go to the demographics in that town as well. But let's go to the Pops real quick in his allegations here. I got this pulled up. Let me X this out real quick. And do me a favor, everybody. Please make sure that you share that I'm on. All right, please share that I'm on. If you haven't, please share. Hit the damn like button. What up, Mike Drone? Was really popping, man. Um, okay, hold on. All right, let me go here. This is my bookmarks, right? Yeah, hold on. Let me scroll down. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's crazy. Right here. Let me share my screen real quick. Everybody, do me a favor. Please share that I'm on. Gladly appreciate you. All right. Here we go. And gotta get this notification shit jumping up, man. All right. Anyway, so they saying some probably say that it's fake, but it's not because I already got the somebody sent me the case number and everything. So we're gonna look at that right after this. But so this dude right here, because everybody, from the dominant society is basically saying that, right off the rip that Karmelo had no family. He grew up in a like in a rough situation. Like he's a thug, he's a criminal, no two-parent home and living in the ghetto and things of that nature, probably a criminal, the family, all the derogatory, y'all seen it. They going crazy. Like they racist shit is definitely coming out. They showing their true colors. So we already know that. But somebody, whoever it was, dug deep and pulled out some receipts, man. So we got in September 1992, got locked up for what's that, speeding or some shit like that, right? Let's go back. Yeah. Speeding, appeal from law court. So September 2nd, 1992. We got May 10th, 1984. Same thing, speeding. So he has an issue with motherfucking driving. So here we go. So June 14th, 2011, he was arrested for second-degree felony sexual assault. Now, he's supposed to get time from that. Evidently, the case is closed now, so you can't really see too much of it. But however, we'll go to it. It was like he had a bond or some shit. Let me refresh my screen. I got a lot of windows up. So hold on, let me refresh this real quick. Everybody who's in here, please make sure that you share that I'm on. I will gladly appreciate you, family. Now I got to scroll all the way back down. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, right here. Let me blow this up real quick. All right, let's go. All right. Let's get this one out the way. All right. Come on now. All right. So and he was 46 at the time. 46 years old. And look, we already know, look, he's 6 foot at the time. He's 6 feet, 230. His son's is 6'1", 6 feet, 6'1", 225. And we're gonna go to some real live video from Karmelo when he was like last year or whatever. So he's 46 years old, right? Now it says days confined, meaning locked up. I'm pretty sure y'all know. Other none. Sexual assault, second degree felony. Release date June 14th. So in the age of 46. So my question is, you know, what was the sexual assault? If that's second degree, we know first degree and second degree, those are real high, severe charges right there. So how were you able to literally get arrested, go to, get processed in the police station or whatever, and released the same day? Okay, bond, this, that, and the third. I think it was $350. But if that's a serious charge, like how the fuck you just and first of all, why the bail so low? That's number one. But my question was it a minor? How old was the person? Who was the person? And from what somebody said to me on X, because I did a video on this, but I put it on other social media platforms, right? And somebody said that this charge was, this is all alleged, so it's not like the person know them, but they said that this charge right here was the reason for the twins' parents to split. Who knows? That's alleged, so that's not guaranteed. But this case was supposed to be the reason why those two separated. Who knows? It could be the reason, but we don't know for sure if it was, because this happened in 2011. How long they've been separated? We don't know that. So the person that said it to me obviously don't know her damn self. So, but anyway, let's continue on that. So again, my thing is, how is this man? Oh yeah, this is another comparison right here, that this is a real photo, even though the charges is real. The charges is definitely real. So it's definitely real. There's nothing fake about that. It's no alleged. That's a fact. See that pimple right there? You see that booger right there on the same cheek. Okay. But anyway, here's the thing. When you see a picture like this, we know they probably hunting and things of that nature. But if you see the same exact picture, but they look just like me and you, that whole dynamics change. Even if they know they hunting, they would still feel like it's something criminal behind this picture if they were black. So it's a lose-lose situation. Anyway, we not going to go there right now. Let's read. The white community is willing to die on the hill to defend a sex offender. It's disgusting. That's kind of crazy, but hey, now what if that was about his father, Karmelo Anthony's pops? Now, what if that was his charge? I think they shut down their whole Facebook page because I try to look up every possible way to find a father, which is Andrew Anthony. I was trying to find the moms and everything in that nature, but and it's good that they did shut their Facebook and all their social media platforms down or deactivated for the simple fact of the threats and graphic pictures on what they do to them and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? But that's actually him. So. And yeah, and let me get this one out the way as well right here. Let me go to this picture right here. Let me go to this picture. You shared Shakira, thank you. Babyface Loke said, please do me a favor. Please make sure you share. I would gladly appreciate anyone that's in this chat. So please share. I would gladly appreciate everybody on that note. I know I haven't really been back on here like that, so I understand the algorithms. So I have to be more consistent for things to go the way it is. And then for those who don't know YouTube, when you haven't been on for a while, let's just say for a week, like I have, like going on 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks, I ain't been consistent on here, you would literally lose. They would take away your subscribers as well too. I had two people, I could show it, but I don't want to show their name, hit me up and say, hey man, I would have to find you because they unsubscribed me from your channel. So it's like they would literally unsubscribe people from your channel if you're not consistent. So, but anyway, not to talk too much, but that's just how this shit is. So I lost a lot of subscribers, close to 100 or some shit like that, due to that. But again, if y'all don't mind, please make sure you share. I would gladly appreciate you. Right. So this is pretty much it right here. And I see you, Brooklyn to Cali. Peace to you, King. You already know, my G. And Babyface Lokes, everybody that's in here. I can't see the chat now, but everybody that's in here, I appreciate you. Because y'all ain't have to be here. But this shit right here is closed. It's closed, but this is actual him. Now, hold on, because we're gonna go to the Facebook groups and all that. So it's a lot of shit I got lined up. So hopefully y'all stay tuned or whatever. But if not, please hit the like before y'all leave. All right. So some will say, because we all know we have a lot of people have the same name. Now, I don't know how true it is, so I'm gonna say alleged. I'm only going by a comment I read some hours ago saying that this is the wrong person, and the real father is I think he said 57 years old, and this one they 50 or 60, some shit, but I don't know. But this is him, goddammit. To me, this is him. All right. And let me show you some crazy shit while I'm here. I'm gonna get this little stuff. It's not little, but I searched Jeff Metcalf, right? I might have to get hold on, I gotta turn this on because I'm getting hot already. I'm about to start sweating. Let me find this page. I'm gonna go back to you, girl, because you this girl right here. Fuck it, I'm gonna play it. Let's get this shit out the way. Let's play it. Thank you, Babyface. Appreciate you. I just follow me on TikTok. Please make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. Help me get to that 10,000. I'm almost there. God damn it, I'm almost there. Please follow me on TikTok and all right, yeah, Shakira, thank you. See, I wanted to play. I was gonna play this a little bit down the line on this on this live stream, but there's always a flip side of the coin. Now, do y'all remember the video of the guy which I'm gonna play as well, the community activist, the one that was speaking up on the behalf of the family of the Karmelo Anthony's family, the guy with the glasses, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna show you. I'm hearing some things about him being a shield. And I don't want to get on that frequency tonight, but I'm gonna say it that he's probably a tether because he's trying and he's clicked in with Jasmine Crockett and the things that he spewed. I'm gonna pull up for you, but said that blacks and Latinos built this country. You know what I mean? So we have to we have to be very cautious on who we allow, and that is the key word, allow to represent us when they have their own agenda, or at least giving false narratives and half truths on certain things. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm trying to find the dude name that was talking, the black Muslim guy who be on that, I think, Houston news show that he always have debates and he be holding black people down and shit like that. He did something on the Karmelo Anthony shit. I seen it earlier, but didn't save it. I say all that to say I wanted to play this back to back because this go against how most of us feel that Karmelo is innocent. So then we can't. I don't like to be one dimensional. I like to hear shit from another person's perspective. So I'm gonna play this while I cut this air on because I'm hot already. And you can look at her face. Let me see if y'all can see this. Can y'all see that? You can tell she's a tether. Okay, you can tell she is not 100% Black American. You already know she's not one of us. But at the end of the day, I only fuck with those who fuck with us. But you can tell where her mindset at and where she come from. Go ahead, let's go.
Here that is trying to justify the Karmelo and Austin situation, and then also the Savannah and Brianna situation. You're sick and you're disgusting. I don't care how you feel about it. That's just facts. And the only reason why you're trying to justify it, because it's against people that you don't like. Because we know good and well that if the shoe was on the other foot, y'all would be screaming about justice needs to be served and Black Lives Matter and Trump supporters bad and all of this stuff that y'all been saying. Because even with the Austin and the Karmelo situation, y'all know how these track meets are. We've all been to sporting events where they have their own tents, the parents have their own tents, the schools have their own tents. Why is it that Karmelo left wherever his school tents was and his peers was to go sit underneath an entire different school's tent and then wouldn't move?
What's his name?
Don't care what you say, but Karmelo was the antagonizer in this situation. He had no business sitting underneath another school's tent when he has his own peers that he could have been sitting by. So he antagonized the situation, and then he turned around and dared them to make him move, even though he knew he was in the wrong. He's 17 years old. He's been to probably several track meets and sporting events. So he knew exactly what he was doing. But see, this is y'all fault because y'all spew all of this hatred online against white people, against conservatives, all of this stuff that they feel like they are justified. And y'all are praising them for their violence. And now you have two boys that has tragically lost their lives. You have Austin that has gone on to glory. My condolences out to his family. And then you have Karmelo that may spend the rest of his life in prison. And the same thing with this other situation. You have Savannah, which is
we ain't trying to go through that, but you could tell that she has a lot of heat for Black Americans at the end of the day. And he didn't even she didn't even say anything I don't want to say subtle, anything remotely to whereas he made the wrong decision or whatever. She just blatantly said he may spend the rest of his life in jail. Number one, he's not getting the death penalty, and he's not getting life without parole. He can't even do life with parole. Greg, the DEA, Greg, hold on, I have everything pulled up. And I should have wrote down his quote, but oh yeah, this is the funeral. There's no footage of the funeral, but he was his funeral was private. It was private. Hold on, because it's coming on. Hold on. I'll show you the report, the news thing about his funeral today, just to exit out. So hold on one second. So DA. Hold on. Let me just get this out the way. Let me share this so y'all can see it. All right. Yeah, you can tell it's in her spirit. You can tell it's in her spirit, but we have to understand something. There's a lot of people that is not our family. You know what I mean? Don't come from that same spirit. I don't want to say gene pool because we all are intertwined some way, you know, but she ain't one of us. You could just tell. You know what I mean? So that's why we got to be real careful on who we allow into our circle. But I'm glad that a lot of us has woken up, and we not hateful towards other communities and ethnic backgrounds. It's just that now we understand that a lot of y'all who cosplay to be Black is literally playing against us and doing everything in their power to make sure that we are misrepresented and they continue to be suppressed and put at the bottom of the totem pole. Anyway.
In Frisco, as the teen who was stabbed to death at a high school track meet earlier this month was laid to rest. Good evening, everybody. I'm Casey Stiegel. The story of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf grabbed national headlines, and today, those who knew him attended his private funeral service, paying tribute to a life lost too soon. This as the teen accused of the shocking crime gets ready to make his first court appearance. Fox 4's Amelia Jones is live now in Collin County with more. Amelia, what a difficult day.
Oh, absolutely, Casey. At that hearing on Monday, we expect 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony's lawyer to ask for a bond reduction so he can be released from jail. But today in Frisco, it's all about comforting the friends and family of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Fox 4 was outside Hope Fellowship Church in Frisco as people filed in to say one final goodbye to Metcalf. We saw some wearing football jerseys to the service as Metcalf was a member of the Frisco Memorial High School varsity football team and was even voted MVP this season. Metcalf was also a member of the track and field team. During a track meet earlier this month, Metcalf was killed after he was stabbed in the chest during a fight and died in his twin brother's arms. The fight was with 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, a student athlete from a different Frisco high school. Arrest documents say the fight was over a seating dispute in the bleachers. Anthony was charged with first-degree murder. His bond was set at $1 million. A bond hearing is set for Monday morning, and the defense plans to ask the judge to lower it. I spoke with a criminal defense attorney not involved in this case about what to expect in court.
Obviously, in this case, there is not criminal history, so that's going to weigh in his favor to lowering a bond. The judge will also consider if the defendant's a flight risk. So the defense attorney is going to put on family members that can show he had lived for some years in Frisco, that his family's there, that he's not a flight risk. He has what they call ties to the community.
In my conversation with Toby Shook, he mentioned that this case is going to be difficult because of all the national media attention it's received. He says this will become especially difficult when it's time for jury selection if this case moves forward to trial, which Shook believes it will. Coming up tonight on Fox 4 News, I'll share what Shook had to say about Anthony's family's decision to hire a new defense attorney ahead of Monday's bond hearing.
Now, somebody is saying that it's a black judge that's going to represent him, and her name is the Honorable Angela Tucker. Somebody put that up on TikTok, but I had to look her up, and it don't show that she is representing him. Who knows? But she is a black judge. But I'm gonna be jumping all over the place, but I'm gonna be touching everything is relative to this case. Now, remind you when the news anchor just talked about the jury selection. Let me go to the demographics real quick. Again, everybody, if you haven't shared, please share. If you haven't shared it, it is not going to kill you. Please make sure you hit that like button, please. If you haven't, thank you very motherfucking much. Let's put the jurors. Okay, hold on. It's another demographic. This one. Okay, fuck it. There's a bigger one. I don't think I should say pause for that, but I'll do that anyway. Pause. Here it goes. This is better. All right, so this is the diversity gene pool or race that's in Collin County, Texas, right? So we got 51% that's all white. Everything that I'm saying here is with no malice or anything, just speaking and trying to rationalize this whole situation. So we sticking with the jurors and the backlash that's going to happen, because there's going to be a lot of protests this Monday outside of that courtroom. So for those who's in Texas, whoever's in Houston, whoever's like just a close proximity of that town, a lot of black people should go there and support the family and support Karmelo, because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be in support of the Metcalf family, rightfully so. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of our own people should go there and support, and pretty much that. So Asian, non-Hispanic, that's 17.6%. Black American, non-Hispanic is 10.6%. Now we have multiracial Hispanic, which is 6.77%. We have multiracial non-Hispanic, meaning, Oreo, black and white, which is 3.84%. And we have white Hispanic, okay? It's a lot of Hispanic, different reality, just different shit. Try to say that shit in I'm all tongue tied like Twister, but white Hispanic 5.73%. We got other Hispanic 2.98%, and then we have other non-Hispanic. That is, I didn't even see that one. That's 0.56%. I say all that to say, you know why all of this is crucial? Because they have to pick their peers. You have to be judged by your peers, and we already know how the judicial system is and how disproportionate, how people would sit there and instead of using logic, they would use their personal views on how they, or perception on how they view Black Americans right off the rip. So they go with their heart and how they feel, and and then a lot of it has a racist undertone to it. So so we got white, we got Asian, we got multiracial Hispanic, white Hispanic, other Hispanic, multiracial Hispanic, and other non-Hispanic. That is the biggest margin or odds that's against us, because a lot of Asian people, if they have them to represent our peers or a juror, their mindset, what they're going to be thinking about Karmelo. If you have a multiracial Hispanic, what you think they're going to be thinking? You think they're going to be looking in the favor, or coming from the perspective or sympathetic understanding or cultural experience and understanding of a Black American? Absolutely not. A white Hispanic, other white Hispanic, multiracial. Multiracial. Some of them probably be on the side of the Anthony family. So at the end of the day, just this town alone, and the DA Greg, he wants the trial to take place in Collin County, which be detrimental to Karmelo, even though Karmelo is not going to get life in prison. We have to understand that he's not in Texas. There's no death penalty since 2005 or 15. One of them. We'll get to that in a minute too. But for a child who committed a crime such as that before the age of 18, you cannot get life in prison without parole. You can't even get life. So he probably gets some time, but he's going to come home. So that's the thing. He cannot go to jail for life. It's not even a fathom of a shadow of a doubt that he's going to do life in jail. It's not going to happen legally. It can't happen, and it won't happen at all. So death penalty, life in prison, erase that, because legally he won't go to jail for that. He won't get that much time. So let's scratch that. Let me find something else real quick. Hold on, so we can get that one out the way. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to be bouncing all over the place. Give me a second. Hopefully y'all still with me. All right. This is hold on, because I'm gonna be bouncing all over the place. But these Africans is something else, man. And I'm gonna tell you why in a few seconds. This has everything to do with this case. I'm gonna tell you. But just all right. Yeah, all right. Let's go there first. Hold on one second. Let me just get back into that group. Let me just share my screen. Peace to everybody that's in the building, and get them likes up. Like Uncle G said, please get those likes up, y'all. Get me back in this algorithm. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all ain't have to be here, but all I'm asking, please make sure you hit that like button and share. And if you would like to donate, which should not kill you, please do. And all the good shit, thank you. Please get those likes up. I appreciate you. Cornell X, that's his name. That's the Muslim dude. That's the dude. Because I want to play that too. All right. So let's go ahead, man. And this is to prove my point of what I was saying. Damn, I'm sweating, yo. Oh my goodness. This is fucking tea. So I'm into this group, right? I'm gonna get to the African part in a minute. It's funny. I'm not even, it's sad funny. Unbelievable. Something I wanted to show y'all. This teller right there. What that say? All right, let's right here. Okay, so Greg Willis. I said I forgot what Pitts. I said Greg Pitts. This is Greg Willis. So this is the DA, Texas DA. I just want to read exactly what it is. Texas DA revealed that Karmelo will not receive a death penalty or life in prison. So long as we know that right off the rip, let's get that out of our minds. But we in the family does have a fight against them, because it all going to be about the jurors and how that whoever is the judge and how they see fit. And then you have to understand something about these jurors and the judge that's going to take on this case. You have to worry about public scrutiny. So they going to be under pressure. It's not no might whoever judge that represents this case, they're going to be under public scrutiny, public pressure, everything to make sure that he gets convicted and get the most time possible. Death threats, all types of shit, everything in the book. And we talking about Texas. But let's continue to read. Texas DA revealed that Karmelo will not receive a death penalty or life in prison. The Supreme Court said not only can you not seek the death penalty against someone who committed a crime when they're 17, you can't even get them life without parole. Let's sink all this shit in, because he has a great chance. That would not be something we can do even if we wanted to, DA Willis said. I just want that to marinate just for a couple of seconds. Let that marinate for a minute. So now we know that he is good in this one aspect. But knowing how corrupt this system is and how racist it is, expect the unexpected. Now, just Google it, people. Now, this is his words now. This is in all quotations. Now, me, personally, I think the twins should have left Karmelo alone. Just Google it, people. Now, me, personally, I think the twins should have left Karmelo alone. I didn't even read this part. I didn't go that far. I stopped at the first paragraph. So this is kind of, a little surprising to me, which is great. I think the twins should have left Karmelo alone. What authority did they have to make him move? You had no idea what kind of day he already had. Sad situation, but that sense of entitlement. Who's running that? Oh, I guess that's probably pre-Frazier. Excuse me, I don't want to get it twisted now. So it's probably pre-Frazier who is just talking right now, not the DA. Excuse me. I want to make it right. Sad situation, but that sense of entitlement cost Austin his life. 2 lives ruined. Y'all could have welcomed him. The kindness starts at home. It could have been handled better. This was preventable. Now, it doesn't matter how much sense that you make. When you are a certain people from a certain demographic, logic has no place in the mindset of those people. Logic is, and I hate to say this, some women, I'm going to say some, I'm saying some, that is the key word. If it's not you, little skank, just shut up. It ain't you. We ain't talking about you. But a lot of women never take accountability. And it's very rare that they do. If it's not you, love, I ain't talking about you. That's why I said some or most. That don't mean everyone. Whatever category you fit in, then that's just that. But I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problems. Okay, so let's go to what I was going to talk about. So I'm looking up Jeff Metcalf, right? Here we go. So I'm like, all right, because I seen the pictures and all that stuff. This is real. This is real though. This GoFundMe is real. So the reason why I did this, because I'm like, yo, let me see try to find the mother on here. See if they friends on here, which her name is Megan. Is it Anthony as well? Yeah, I think it's Megan. Hold on, I think I got it in here somewhere. Megan. No, I looked it up. Her name is Megan something. I think it's Megan Metcalf. Yeah, it's Metcalf. Bugging. Yes, her name is Megan Metcalf. So I said, let me go to the friends list, And I'm seeing all these fucking African names, motherfucking Babatunde, Ashu Abuba, and Abuga Jinga, and Uguntushi, Lafafe, and Precious, and Fada Bulapo, and Aguda, Afula Lalabi, and fucking, and Bishop Tutu, and all these motherfuckers. I'm like, wait, hold on. So how the fuck your name is Metcalf? You know what I mean? Got the name and everything, nigga. All these is so many boo boo niggas. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas is so many boo boo. All the Mustafa. Oh yeah, they more they good. All these niggas, like, like, is y'all trying to scam? Because I said, yo, listen, man. I said, if this shit say, because I clicked on the GoFundMe and I'm like, yo, these niggas got 300 and something thousand out this shit. Cause you know a lot of them are scammers. I'm not gonna say all of them. A lot of them niggas are scammers. I'm like, yo, but when you go on X or Twitter, whatever, this is the real GoFundMe. So I guess they are in support of them. But you see, it says the intro. I am Jeff Metcalf, my son. Austin. I was trying to sound fucking African, but Austin Metcalf was tragically stabbed today at a school track meet. And they jumped on this shit immediately. But all these friends, you know, this is an old account. They're just trying to change it, trying to get the bread. I don't understand. This is some crazy shit. So before I got on, I was literally trying to find out if these niggas really trying to scam. But in hindsight, they not. But this right here was kind of funny as hell. Okay, real funny, real funny. I can't see the chat, but I hope y'all understand what the fuck I'm talking about. But let's go to my profile real quick. I sent this to myself. So again, this is a 4.0 student. Damn, I gotta go to the lawyer. All right, I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna go to his page on Twitter. Karmelo Anthony, and then we're gonna go to the lawyer. I played that a little earlier, but it is what it is, right? He's 4.0 student, a football team captain, a leader, a protector, and a role model. Karmelo Anthony is the kind of young man every parent hopes to raise. I'm pretty sure y'all been read this. Just reading it for the sake of everything. He speaks with respect. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. He takes care of his younger siblings and little cousins. He works hard, stays out of trouble, and carries himself with dignity. Yet, here he is behind bars, not because he was looking for trouble, not because whatever the rest of it said. But it was a comment right here. I was trying to actually find a picture of this lady so I could try to contact the person, but it says, and let's put everything in perspective too, because a lot of people just be making up pages and putting out anything just to steer the narrative, just like we all fell for that they knew each other weeks before, and he tried to Austin tried to disrespected his girl, and we all ran with it. Even me, we all ran with it at some point. But Dominique Alexandra, that suspected Tether, that's the community activist that was speaking for the Anthony's family, said that is not true. That was never true. So, we got to take everything with a grain of salt and try to, use your moral, your moral compass on how you give out information. Anyway, it says that these twins terrorized my son in elementary school to the point of wanting to commit suicide, and I had to pull him out of the school and move districts. No life should ever be lost, but I hope the full story comes out. And it says, and this is the only whatever, but that's Emily Schmidt. So I don't know how true that is, but it just shows character. And I already did the video on a what's the name, on the fucking the police report, because at the end of the day, 2 witnesses has said that he was told to move. Told and being asked, this is 2 different things. He was never asked. The brother said he was asked, but witnesses said he told him and aggressively was coming towards him. Those wasn't the words, but you put all that stuff in perspective. That's exactly what happened, because they came at him and told him to move, and he felt threatened. So your first reaction is to be on the defense, because we got two dudes. We got 225, 6-foot football players, and they active, they strong, these motherfuckers are strong. So, and this is Texas, so you don't know. I mean, he knows that I guess racial tension or whatever. He basically his life was pretty much, he was outnumbered and something severe could have happened to him. And he said, touch me and see what happens. And who in their right mind will see somebody go in their bag? Listen, black people. Listen right now, black people. Me and you, us, all of us that's in here right now in the club right now, or outside of we at the store or something. We need to get something from the store. And we bump into some people or you see a person bump into somebody and they start going back and forth and the motherfucker reach for his shit or go in his bag and try to go in there. What the fuck you think? What are you gonna do? If I have an altercation with somebody and somebody goes like this, I'm out. I'm not gonna, or if I'm close enough, I could just grab it and shit. We have to tussle, whatever. If it ever comes to that situation, what is your reaction? If you see that somebody's reaching for something, right? Does it make sense? If somebody's gonna reach for something, would you still put your hands on them anyway? No. So if a person, if by them just reacting, that means they wasn't scared and they thought they was going to bully and manipulate and, you know what I mean, overpower him and all that. If he's telling you, yo, go ahead. Oh, and punch me and see what happened. Because you could tell that he said that I'm gonna punch you in your face. Nobody's gonna say, yo, yeah, punch me in the face if nobody didn't say I'm gonna punch you in the face. It's just all common sense to me. I don't know what parts of the world y'all come from, but I've seen a lot. And those are the normal reactions when problems is happening. If those are bars, God damn it, there it is. God damn it. All right, I'm getting hot. Hold on. It was something else I was gonna hold on. Matter of fact, let's go to the lawyer because I got quite a few shit to show y'all too. All right. Matter of fact, no. Hold on. Let's go to his page real quick. Hold on. Then we gonna go to the video. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Hold on. Where the X at? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you for the people that's coming in here. I appreciate you. If you're new, please make sure you hit that like button as well. And please share. All right, let's go to Karmelo's page. Let's go to Karmelo Anthony's page. I was literally just on his page. I was literally on Karmelo Anthony's page. Let me go to my bookmarks. Hold on. Did I save it? We're gonna go to this guy too. This is the guy I'm talking about. That's Dominic Alexandra right there. But hold on. Let me go right here. Let me see it. All right, yeah. Let me go to this other one. Give me a second. Because I don't want to lose it. I got it on the other window. Hold on. Hold up. That's it. No, there we go. Here we go. Let's go to his actual page. I'm pretty sure some of y'all went on this page. I'm not sure. This is only for the people who never seen this before. That's it. So this is his what's the name page? On X and things of that nature. I want y'all to see this. I'm pretty sure y'all seen some of this because there's a short excerpt of this actual footage right here, and I have the whole thing pulled up. It's only like 4 minutes. You know what I mean? So this is just him. At football, just every day thing. He wasn't in trouble. He was an athlete. He was at the top of his fucking class. He was the damn captain. So he was a role model. That's number one. Ooh, excuse me. He's cool with blacks and whites, so it's not like the dude was a racist. And you know what I mean? It's not like he didn't come from a great home. Again, I was trying to find his family. This is what he said. After a great conversation, I am blessed to receive an offer from McPherson College. So this dude, he was going to be going there next year. He's in high school, Centennial High School, so he was going to the McPherson College next year. So I don't want to say in the past tense, but I'm gonna just say he had a great future. And if he gets off, his name is still gonna be in the dirt. The schools is probably not gonna give him no scholarship or accept him or anything like that. It's almost like in the white community, his legacy is tarnished. You dig what I'm saying? So this is pretty much his page, but I just want to play this. Hold on, is it? Yeah, I just want to play this for far as this character is concerned, right? Hold on. I hope, are y'all enjoying yourself? Y'all good in here? Y'all good? All right. I know I ain't being comical and shit like that. I don't think this is a comical situation. But thank y'all for tuning in anyhow. You know what I mean? But anyway, so just give a little bit.
2025, Centennial High School, Frisco. Karmelo Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, I'm hot.
Nah, he low-key fast. Number one low-key fast, dude. I might have to, if you play number 2, I'm gonna have to lock in, I swear. Hey, bro.
I'm not playing the whole thing.
Let's just go. Let's go beat this one.
Okay, I'll get in trouble for this fucking round.
They gonna try and throw deep shots though. That's the thing. I got number 2.
I don't know about this music, but
son, you is not open, bro.
Now, and me just thinking about it now. Look, he looks like he's probably. Let me turn the music off for a minute. Now, let's just look. He's slim. He's. I don't want to say slinky or whatever, but he's a $130. You know what I'm saying? And those twins is literally bigger than this dude. These are athletic kids. These strong motherfuckers. These niggas practice every day, damn near. So if 2 big dudes is coming at you like that, and what people are saying that they are known bullies, what you think your reaction is going to be? And they said that they didn't know each other, right? But they knew of each other. They didn't know each other personally, but they knew each other. So it was probably that, because the witness said we was all sitting under the tent, and the kid that I didn't know came and sat down. Nobody didn't have a problem with it. Nobody had a problem. Nobody had a problem with him sitting there, but those 2. And they came over, and Austin approached them and told, not ask. The brother said that we asked, and he was being defensive. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because if you would have said it in a respectful way, the response would have been different. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I just wanted to show how he looks. And you can see the difference between his size and those 2. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, and you can listen to how his character is. He sounds like a real good kid.
We scrapping. Hey, we up. Yo, what's the number 1 seed? Who the number 1 seed? Us. Both up. Yeah. Nah, the Cowboys really over there compete with the Seahawks though. Right here. Let's go!
All right.
Oh yeah!
He was mic'd up, so you're gonna really just hear him. But I just wanted to use that as character for his character and basically his size, because at the end of the day, you see how slim the dude is. Come on now. And they asked why he brung a knife, because first of all, that's not school property. If people keep saying why he brung a knife to school, that track meet is for everybody. And I need to make this very clear. That coaches from different schools was there. I'm pretty sure y'all already know, but this is for the little knuckleheads that's in the back. The Centennial high school coach was there, witnessed it. It was different coaches from different schools that was there for the track meet. So it's not like it was just them, the Memorial High School people there only was just for them. No, everybody was there. And that is the only track meet for all different schools from that district come there. They use that particular stadium or track meet, whatever. So everybody had the right to be there. So you know what I mean. But anyway, let's go to this lawyer who says that the police has how it corrupted, or I forgot the title of it.
POV. You're getting fired by your client for using ChatGPT.
Do you use ChatGPT for your agency clients?
I did until my client started noticing.
Manipulated Karmelo Anthony's case. All right, so here we go. All right, it's 30. I haven't watched this. I even watched the excerpt from, well, I did. But it's 29 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm going to ask y'all if y'all want me to play the remaining video, press 1 or press 2. I'll ask y'all in a minute. But here's a lawyer who's breaking it down. So, hey, let's see.
Go out to the Metcalf family. So go over there and get your copy. Has gained national attention. Police have arrested and charged 17-year-old, a black kid, Karmelo Anthony, with his murder. First, my deepest condolences go out to the Metcalf family and their loved ones. Let's take a moment of silence to honor their pain and loss. Now, I also want to acknowledge the heartbreak of the Anthony family and those who love him. This is a devastating moment for both families. There were no winners and will be no winners in this tragedy. This is pain for everybody who are involved in this matter, on either side. I've been here so many times. Now, my law practice is based in Dallas County, which is just about 30 to 40 minutes south of Collin County, where this matter took place and where it will be adjudicated. I have personally and with other attorneys tried multiple murder cases, including one in Collin County in that very same courthouse. So I speak from both a legal and local experience. I bring that perspective to this. Now, let me talk a little bit about Collin County. It is very different from Dallas County. It is an affluent suburban county. The median household income is about $127,000, and the median home value up there is about $475,000. And about 57% of the citizens in Collin County own their own home. So this is a very different county than Dallas County. Now, regarding the racial demographics, whites are about 50% of the population up there. Asians make up about 20% of the population. Hispanics make up about 16% of the population, and blacks around 11.5%. This is all based on census data. Now, in terms of the court system up there, Collin County is politically conservative, and it's often referred to as Trump country. So it is very red up there. It is the home of Ken Paxton, our Attorney General here in Texas. Now, that said, I've never felt like when we've done cases up there, and we've done so many cases in Collin County, I've never felt like I or our client was.
Hold up. Kiss my ass, son. Kiss my. That is not going to be me in no goddamn 20 years. Hold on. That's funny as hell. Now I got to do a damn close up now. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on. Kiss my ass, son. Hold on. Get the fuck out of here. Nah. You can kiss my ass, though. All right, let's go. That was funny. Hell no.
Was mistreated in any way.
You stupid.
We didn't feel like there was any racism going on. And we know, of course, racism is systemic. Is in, the systems and the institutions of America. But again, as far as dealing with people personally and individually, I cannot say that I remember an incident in Collin County or in the Collin County courthouse where I felt singled out because of my race or my clients. That said, a young black defendant like Karmelo Anthony will face a jury pool, if his case goes to trial, that does not reflect his racial background.
I was just saying that.
And that's going to be something that his legal team will have to deal with. The fact that most of the jury pool, the 65 folks who will come into their courthouse during their trial, and they're going to have to pick the jury from those 65 people, and they're not going to be heavily African American, like it would be if you were in Dallas, for example. Yeah. All right. Speaking of Karmelo's legal representation, his legal team, I don't know them personally, but one's name is Billy Clark, and the other one is Kim Cole. Yeah, Billy Clark recently ran for judge. He was not elected, but he ran for judge.
Some of this shit,
and
man.
Kim Cole is known for her work with several high-profile civil rights cases. Okay? So Karmelo is in capable hands. He has strong advocates, and I am certain that they're going to fight for him and give him the zealous representation that he is entitled to. Now, Karmelo is facing a murder charge, right, under Texas law. Mm-hmm. And since he is 17 years of age, he's automatically treated as an adult, and this will not be a juvenile case. He will be treated as an adult in adult court. However, prosecutors must present his case to a Collin County grand jury so that the grand jury can review the evidence in this case and determine whether there is probable cause to indict Karmelo. Okay? Just because there is a pending murder charge doesn't mean that the grand jury is going to indict him. But based on all that I've read, they likely will find probable cause to issue what we call a true bill of indictment. Now, there is an arrest record that has been made public, an arrest report, and I want you to remember that that is not final and it's not evidence. It is the investigation that the police and likely detectives did in this case, but that's not evidence. That's not evidence. It's biased. It's the police's perspective. It's the state's perspective. Moreover, the report itself is what we call hearsay. And what's in it is hearsay. So it's what we call double hearsay. All right, so it does not come in the trial unless it's used for some other reason than to prove the truth of the matter asserted. If prosecutors want to use the report to prove the truth of the matter asserted, it should not come in. But they can use it for other reasons. For example,
do y'all want to hear more of this? Because I know, like, I try to, you know, because I know some people, this probably be too slow-mo and to change the mode and the mood or whatever, but I don't know. He talks mad slow, but I'm trying to see where he's going to get too far as police manipulating his rights and things in that nature. So I'm trying to get to the meat and potatoes of what he's saying. I think he's about to get there. So if y'all want me to keep playing, man, y'all let me know.
If one of the police officers who is mentioned in the report needs his or her memory refreshed, then the prosecutors can use it that way, for example. All right, but they cannot use it to prove the truth of the matter asserted.
Oh, you know what? This shit just came to my fucking head just now. Let me say this real quick. Hold on. Now, you know that it's going to be, you see the racial tension that's going on. So, you know, a lot of people within that county, in that area, they're going to find out who are the rest of those witnesses are, because I remember when I was live, I counted how many witnesses are, because they have some that's redacted. So I think it's like 20 witnesses that's literally written down, but it's redacted or whatever, or covered, whatever. So let's just say the police need to refresh in the memory, like he just said, and have them come back to give their account of what happened. Now, they may be pressured to literally accuse Karmelo of being the aggressor. You know what I mean? So we have to understand the underhanded tactic that may happen. And they probably just used a witness that could be brought or convinced to literally say, hey, he was the aggressor. But see, here's the thing. If they got a video, then that has to line up with what may say. So I don't know, but we have to understand what system that we dealing with. So they could try to railroad him, man. But let's continue, man. Let's continue.
That would be a hearsay violation. All right, now, I actually want to go to the arrest report, and I want to read a few things from it, okay? Let's go over there.
Ouch.
So here we have Carl's son. This is tragic all the way around.
Yeah.
So we see here that Karmelo is charged with murder under Texas Penal Code 19.02.
You don't have to read all that.
Next, I proceeded towards the north end of the stadium, visitors' side, on foot. As I got closer to the north end, I could see the Memorial High School tent with multiple individuals under the tent. Once I arrived into the north side bleachers, an adult male who was on the track pointed out the suspect. I was not able to identify that witness. So here on two separate occasions, he didn't write. He wrote adult male. He didn't write Hispanic adult male. He didn't write white adult male. He didn't write for the two high school students above, one white, one Hispanic, one black. No, he just identified the race of the suspect in this case. That may have been nothing, but it certainly does stand out to me.
Okay.
All right.
I get where
Let's keep reading.
he's going.
Now we're going to get into some very important legal lessons that I want to share with you here. So he goes on to say, I gave the suspect instructions to keep his hands up in the air. All right. So he had the suspect, who was Karmelo Anthony. He says, I gave basically Karmelo instructions to keep his hands up in the air. So Karmelo had his hands up. During this time, the suspect said verbally out loud, I was protecting myself. Now, let's go back. I point out that the officer said he instructed Karmelo to keep his hands up in the air. That means that he had Karmelo detained. Okay. He wasn't arrested, but he was detained. He was detained. Now, the reason I bring that up, and this is what we have to do when we're representing people, we have to go through each line of these reports and the discovery that we get, and we got to pick them apart. So he had the young man with his hands up. That means that young man was not free to leave. He was detained. And because he was detained, what he should have done, what the officer should have done, was read him his Miranda warning.
Right.
His Miranda warnings. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. One will be appointed you if you can't afford him. All right? That's what he should have done. Because notice what happens. During this time,
I don't want to fall
verbally out.
I don't want to fall asleep, which you know I'm not, but y'all press one if y'all want me to continue now.
Loud, quote, I was protecting myself, close quote. Well, had the officer read him the Miranda warning, listen to it again. You have the right to remain silent. That would have triggered, it could have triggered in Karmelo's mind that he probably doesn't need to say anything. Because you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will and can be used against you. But this kid, this was a kid, a 17-year-old kid, absolutely did not understand, right, that he could be quiet. And it was the responsibility of this officer to tell him that you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. Any and everything you say, we're going to use against you. If you don't have money for a lawyer, you will be given one. See, that might have would have caused young Karmelo to keep his mouth shut, but he didn't. So he said, I was protecting myself. And I bring that up. Let me just say this. I bring all of this up to say that if this was our client, and I'm sure Mr. Clark and Ms. Cole will be thinking along these lines as well, we would file a motion to suppress these statements on the basis that Karmelo's constitutional rights were violated. His Fifth Amendment right to remain silent was violated because the cop failed to do what he was legally obligated to do under Supreme Court precedent, which is once he detained him to read him his Miranda warnings. Okay? All right. It should be noted that I had not questioned him about the incident when he made that comment. Now that would be their argument. That's going to be their argument if a motion to suppress comes up, which is I didn't read him his Miranda warnings because I had not begun to interrogate him. Well, we would say that doesn't matter. We would still argue. In fact, I've gotten, I remember a huge case where they did the same thing to our client. I got that case dismissed because the officer did the very same thing. And our client confessed to the incident. But we got that confession, that statement, we got all that thrown out of court. And the case then was dismissed because that was the only evidence they had. I'm not saying that in this case. I'm not saying that what Karmelo said is the only evidence in this case. I don't know that to be true. Okay, from what's in this report, there were witnesses. So I don't know, and I'm not going to get a lot into the facts because I just don't know. All I have is this arrest report, and that's the police's side. That's those other witnesses' side. I can't. I've been doing this too long. I will not put a whole lot of credence into this report. But I want to read this part to teach you all. Okay, if you are detained, they should read you your Miranda warnings. But even if you don't have, even if they haven't read you your Miranda warnings, you need to know that you have the right to be quiet, and you need to be quiet. You don't need to say anything. Anything. If you have children, juveniles that the police want to talk to, no. You have a Fifth Amendment right to say no.
Great content needs a great audience. Like Stretch Armstrong needs to be stretched. Yeah!
That's why the framers put it in the Constitution. Because the state or the feds shouldn't be able to force you to incriminate yourself. Okay? So this is a kid. So he doesn't know, and the officer didn't inform him. I asked him if he had any weapons. Okay, here's a question. Now, he says I hadn't questioned him before he started talking. In other words, they would argue that what Karmelo said before the officer asked him anything was voluntarily given. Therefore, it is not protected by the Fifth Amendment. Now, whether it was before or after, he still should have read those Miranda warnings. And we don't know what is true. We don't know if he asked the question before Karmelo said what he said. We don't know. The body cam, there is body cam here from what he says in this report. The body cam will determine that. And the defense will get that body cam footage to see if those statements, if what Karmelo said should have been Mirandized, if he should have been Mirandized first. So anyway, he did ask him a question. I asked him if he had any weapons. Now, I want you to understand, because he was detained and because he was now being directly interrogated, this was another chance for this officer to Mirandize this kid. And there's nothing in this record that says he was Mirandized. Nothing in here to say that. So this is a violation of this kid's Fifth Amendment right, his constitutional right. And then everything that came after this violation of his constitutional right is what we call fruit of the poisonous tree. And the judge should not only suppress what Karmelo said in response, but everything he said. Everything he said in this report should be suppressed because it was extremely important for this kid. He's only 17. He doesn't know these things. He doesn't know anything about the law. He should have been Mirandized. Okay?
Me.
And he didn't get that. And so he's saying all sorts of things because the police didn't Mirandize him. All right, let's go back. I asked him if he had any weapons, and he said no. I patted him down for weapons while we were walking along the fence. I did not locate.
Well, okay. I understand. Maybe he's trying to say that the police consciously didn't read his rights, didn't read him his Miranda rights. Who knows? And by them suppressing whatever he said when the statements that he gave to the police or whatever, can those words be used against him? Because we all know that he was the one that murdered them, but I don't think I can understand, but I don't think the things that he said to the police, he was being honest and saying that, basically, he defended himself and stuff like that. So I don't think anything what he said can be that could be used against him. I mean, because he can't say that he didn't do it because people put him at the scene. There's too many people that saying that he did it. So if they looking at it like that, then I mean I can see. But at the end of the day, coaches, athletes, numerous of people, over 20-something people seen that the actual everything that happened. So I don't know. I'm gonna give this a little bit because this shit is making me sleepy, family. I am gonna hold you, and I respect it, but I can't take no more than 5 minutes, man. I'm sorry. I need some energy.
Okay, any on his person. I instructed the male to continue walking along the fence, which he complied, towards an area where there was an opening in the fence that led off the track. While walking him off the track, the suspect also said, quote, he put his hands on me, close quote. Still no Miranda warning.
5 more minutes and I'm turning this shit off. 5 minutes.
No Miranda warning. Still, he didn't tell him he had the right to be silent.
Okay.
And so this young man, not knowing what he's doing, he's a kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's a kid, right? Both him and the Metcalf kid. Mm-hmm. They were both kids, 17-year-old. I believe that the other kid was 17 as well.
What do you mean? What is this?
That's why this is such a tragedy.
Oh, God.
So, meanwhile, Karmelo is still talking. He put his hands on me. Now, again, we don't know if all of this is true. We must, or his attorneys must see the body.
Bro, the only thing I can say is damn, man, he could have put a little bit of coffee in his drink with some Red Bull and a shot of Jack Daniels, man. God, I'm not even gonna hold you, man. Respectfully, man, I'm tired right now. Like I have to wake up. My energy is gone, son. God damn, I'm sorry that I did this to you and myself. So, oh my God, son, I'm tired now. I swear to God. I'm tired. Whew, I'm not playing that nigga no more. I'm sorry, man. You said that's who I'm gonna look like in 20 years. Fuck you. Excuse me, I need to pick her up, man. God damn, son. I'm tired now. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna try to get the energy back up, man. But yo, listen. Lord. So this is who they saying that's supposed to be the judge. I don't know how true it is. People just be making up shit, but let's see. I'll play a little bit, just like 5 minutes, but at least we get a little bit of energy. Everybody, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do, man. Man, please make sure you share, and ain't gonna kill you. If you like to, please show some love. Donate to the goddamn platform. It ain't gonna kill you. You ain't donating. I don't know how long. Okay? Please show some love to the platform. Thank you in advance. You motherfuckers, you. But let's listen.
Don't worry about the naysayers and the ones who don't know. They don't have the power. They don't have the power. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is the freaking judge that Karmelo is going to see on Monday. Miss Angela Tucker is the judge that our brother Karmelo is going to face on Monday. Miss Angela Tucker, we are sending out prayers. We are sending out all kinds of anointing over you. We are asking God to have favor on your soul, to have leniency on your soul, to be able to see that boy for your child, for you to be able to see him for your own, see your own reflection and not do him no harm in the system, to be fair and to let him see righteous judgment. We ask that you reduce his bond, please. Let him get reduced bond so he can fight these charges on the outside like them do. People get a chance to do, so he can have a chance and an honor to be able to have us help him get to that point where he needs to be, to understand that he might have to do a little time, but it ain't gonna be that much time. And we just thank you right now in the name of Black Jesus. Black Jesus, we ask that you cover Miss Angela with her anointing. Black Jesus, we ask that right now, if she able to see this video, that you let her know that we are praying for her. We are sending out our anointing and power and angels around her. Yes. Father God, we thank you for year 2025 has done things for the Black community, just to rebuild us, just to bring back some peace of love inside of our hearts, Father God. We thank you, Father. We thank you for seeing her face right now, Lord. We couldn't wait to see who it was going to be, and right now, I'm just waking up to see this, and I have to share it with y'all right now. Miss Angela Davis is going to be the one that we're going to be dealing with on Monday for this bond reduction. So I need for y'all to stop doubting the Most High, y'all. When you see that you in a situation, it might not be as hard as Karmelo, but you get into a situation, you got to trust, baby. Do not waver. Do not change. Don't fold, because this is just a test from the enemy. Now, I need you to understand, yes, we know he wrong. Yes, we know he committed a sin. But what that sin was committed for is what...
Hold on. First of all, Busy Bone. You sound like Busy Bone at this motherfucker. All right? I'm going to miss somebody. Listen, man. Too fast, bitch. But listen, let me just say this real quick. Now, listen, man. She said here that she... legal order December 3rd said, hold on. I pulled this from the court website if you are looking for a source. What this means legally or what will be discussed, I don't know. But if I had to guess, maybe a bond reduction will be talked about. So basically, she did her own research, as she say, to find out she's going to be representing. But we all know, man, see, she going to have to play it smart, because at the end of the day, this case could be very well her last case to, I guess, tarnish her career in the white community eyes. Mind you, this is a suburban area. You know what I mean? So this is multicultural, but mainly people that's non-black and predominantly people from the dominant society that has some, that calls some shots. You know what I'm saying? And they all stick together. So she's not gonna want to be the one. If she stands on her ground, if she stands her ground. And not even just a bond reduction, because that's kind of normal of happening, that the bond is going to get reduced, which is going to happen. That's going to be guaranteed, because his records and everything legally, he can apply for. He's legally required. He meets the requirements for bond reduced, to have his bond reduced. So that's going to happen. But far as her taking the case throughout his trial, and you know what I mean, listen, we got a lot of coons out there. So just because she's black doesn't mean she's going to hold it down. There's a lot of black people who sit in those seats who, you know what I mean? Yeah, y'all know what it is. I'm not even going to go there. But can we trust her? Will we trust her? I don't know. I just hope a lot of people go to the courts and protest like it's going to be. I guarantee you Monday, watch Monday, how much people is going to be at that courthouse for his first court date. Watch how many people are going to be there. I'm actually trying to find something. I don't like this guy. This guy is a coon to me. I'm not even going to click on that. Charleston White, I'm not even going to click on Charleston White talking about it. I'm not doing that either. Y'all already heard it. I haven't heard it. I just know how he is, and I'm not clicking on it. I'm pretty sure that you heard. All right, I'll play it for the heck of it. Y'all seen this already, right? Why I got this? All right, hold on.
All right, let's speak facts and truth on that go. That man, that bully, any wanna be.
nah, nigga, you use this dude shit just to, nah, man, get out of here. But I'm pretty sure y'all heard that. Who knows? It's all alleged that a witness, a black witness, came out and spoke that both of them tried to jump him, and you know, he was defending himself. I want to play it, but you know, motherfuckers just be using that.
Y'all are right. There does seem to be a lot of misinformation being spread about the way that Austin Metcalf lost his life at that Texas track meet. So I actually went and dug up the police report that has a whole lot of witness statements that I'm going to share with you now. And I also found what could be a key detail in this case that they tried to remove from the internet. I'll show you that at the end. So here's the actual police report. I'm going to show you all 7 pages before we get into that key detail. Feel free to pause so you can read, and also you can probably pinch and expand to zoom in and out, depending on what platform you're on. But pay attention to Karmelo's weight, 130 pounds. Right. That's going to be relevant as we get into that key detail. But for the rest of page 1, it's kind of like what that first officer experienced as they kind of apprehended Karmelo. No witness statements on page 2, but it says Karmelo did ask officers if Metcalf would be okay, and he asked if what he did could be considered self-defense. The main thing to notice on page 3 is not only was it confirmed to be raining, but it was raining heavily on and off again.
Yeah.
That would be one of the 2 reasons that I gathered from this police report on why he...
And that's crazy too. In the report, I didn't hear them really say about it. They said it was raining. One of the officers explained that about the weather. It was about the it was heavily raining and things in that nature. But far as the reason for him being under the tent because of the rain is not mentioned in the report on not near 7 pages.
Why he might be going under their tent. All right, now we're on page 4 with some actual witness statements. As you can see here, it's a little different than what we had heard, right? It wasn't just a touch me and see what happens. It was like touch me and see what happens. And then Metcalf touched him. So I don't know if that was a push, if it was a ha-ha touch or what. And then the witness says Karmelo said, punch me and see what happened. And then it says he was pushed and then he did what he did. Also to note, I mean, we can't ignore the fact that it says that Karmelo was friends with somebody from Memorial High School. Right. Was that friend under the tent? I don't know, but it says he was friends with somebody from that school. This is more like the typical story we heard, but it does once again confirm that it was indeed raining. Pouring down raining. On to page 5. No way.
Well, we know the rest. Right here, this the dude I was looking forward to play after the video of that tether that was blaming it on Karmelo.
So the witness that finally came out and said whatever the
angel, why they be doing that?
The prosecutor walk up and asked the...
Hold on, I'm clicking on that. Why is showing a big nigga?
So the witness that finally came out and said the right here, like he's the worst of the worst scum of the earth.
Ruben studded face ass, like what the fuck, son? The big E show. That's what it is. Hopefully it'll play right here.
Karmelo Anthony can't claim.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Anywho, nigga.
Multiple witnesses reported that Austin Met have told the suspect
Yo, they really catfishing like that? They like clickbaiting like that? Like they clickbaiting like that? They niggas is clickbaiting. Look, I'm clicking on it. And it's showing Ruben studded, somebody else.
Karmelo Anthony can't claim self-defense, and he is unlikely to get bond preceding his...
Get your little gingerbread, sweet-looking ass up out of here, Tawan. Get the fuck up out of here. What's going on, man? I don't like... He's a coon. Let me pull it up. Let me pull that up. Hold on. The big E show? Pause, too. Shit. E show. Karmelo Anthony. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here, man. I ain't gonna be on here this long, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Word. Hold on. All right, hold on. Because I like how he spoke, but everybody else about to have their own commentary to it. I want him to speak. And there's some other things I wanted to show too, man. Fuck it. It's not showing up. It's not showing. I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna try this one again. Let's see. Who the fuck is that?
Talk about the Austin Metcalf, Karmelo Anthony stabbing, which is unfortunate, but it bothers me.
Get your filter face ass out. You know you filtered up, my G. Shit. Can filter fish. This why? What's going on here? Why is not that?
Of course, I'm back on here again.
I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I'm clicking. Y'all see me clicking on the picture. It's showing some other shit. Fucking insane. You know what? Let's do some quick sidebars before I get up out of here. Cause yeah. Any motherfucking who. Again, everybody, if y'all ain't hit that like button, please do hit that like button. Please hit that like button. And please make sure y'all show some love to the platform. Yeah, I already talked about that earlier, Tanir. Yeah, his pops was, I guess I'll go back to that. His pops was arrested in 2011, June 14, 2011 for sexual assault. And I'm trying to figure out, was it a little girl? Was it a grown lady? Anything. And it's not specific. But let's go there. I actually did a video on that. And on my what's the name? Y'all go follow me on TikTok as well, please. Follow me on TikTok if you haven't. I'm really more active on there too. I'm about to make my other page on that motherfucker too.
Collect the video. Okay.
There is video of the actual stabbing.
There is video. There are several different videos that they verified.
Okay. And then 26-minute mark.
The initial attorneys were obtained through our advocacy. Yes, correct. Of course, you know that one of the attorneys, Kim T. Cole, is the general counsel of our organization.
Anyway, we heard some of this stuff. So, but this guy right here, he's a suspected teller though. To be honest, he spoke very well, very good. But sometimes these people will cosplay or use our situations like this to get clicked in, get some seniority or whatever, and then spew their own agenda. And I show you right now what I mean. We're gonna get him out the way. Hold on, that's the post. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I did save it in my bookmarks. Here you go right here. Look.
Attack. During the first week of the new Trump administration, we have saw ICE agents visit elementary schools, churches, synagogues, and even knocking on people's door without warrants. A community truly living in fear. But we know that this fear and this agenda is tied to a yet ultimate white supremacist agenda that's going after DEI, going after the true foundation of Black and brown communities. And that's why we must stand together to say enough is enough and stand up to white supremacy.
I just proved my point. I'm not gonna go. I'm not trying to jump in that bag today. As far as Black Americans and immigrants, I'm not jumping in that bag tonight. Not tonight. But or go in on it. But as you can see, we got to be very careful who we. Here's another one with him right here. And it seems like Jasmine Crockett. This is the same dude, Dominic Alexandra. Like Jasmine Crockett, her wig don't move for nothing, son. It's like that should just be stuck right here. It's like, I don't know if that shit is plastic or what, but that shit do not move, man. And here's the thing. Now, I don't want to say there's nothing wrong. I don't want to say there's something wrong with it, but however, that they are only talking about other immigrants and never even mentioning the Black American issues. Like, we are not even on their agenda. So it's everything is immigrants, and nothing about Black people. Once you start speaking about Black people, they have an issue. So it was like they getting it from their handlers from up top to make sure that every Democrat, every last one, everything is about immigration. Everything. They don't speak about Black issues. They don't even speak upon it at all. At all. When did you hear Jasmine Crockett speak about Black American issues? or any laws passed or any kind of benefits or help for them. Everything has been immigrants. And then she was just talking about what she was saying about something. It was something that that didn't even correlate. Something that it was something that we didn't. It was something and because of immigrants. It was something that she said. I probably scroll right on it. But let me see what he said. I never really clicked on it. Let me see just a little bit.
No justice, no justice. Real direct to what we are dealing with right now in America. To my brown and black brothers.
And that's the thing right there. The reason why I can't really accept it, because at the end of the day, everybody else is not on the black and brown thing. It's everybody's just for themselves. So I just, you know what I mean? Respectfully, I just can't do it. And I'm not even going to go about the Africans who's talking all that, but just, did you see that? This is, that's food, but it's, you know what I mean? Just straight from the ground. But somehow you come here and just be all high on mighty. I'm just going to leave that one right there for the books. Y'all can do your own. This is crazy about the two twins in Georgia. I don't know if he's still going to get drafted or still be on the football team. Here's the pops right here. He has been arrested in 2011, June 14th. Right here. June 14, 2011 for sexual assault. That was a second degree felony in Collin County. And I've seen a lot of comments from black people saying that they are supporting a person who sexually assaulted. That wasn't the words that they was using. I just don't want to use it now. But you see, he's 6 feet, 230 pounds. Okay? Sexual assault, released from prison for sexual assault. He was released the same effing day, because it shows you right there. First of all, he was 46 years old. Look, remarks, days confined. Y'all know what that means. 1, other, none. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Chose, whatever that abbreviates, whatever that's the, whatever. But sexual assault, current location, info cell, isolation C or whatever, age at time of release, and the date. Oh yeah, sorry, there, the release date is right there. June 14th. He was locked up that day and released the same day. So he was just held in the isolation. That's probably like the holding cells at the beginning, like intake or whatever. And I think that's an infirmary cell. So, and isolation C. So, like, come on now. So he ain't doing no time. He just went in there. He got processed and probably had a bond. The other report that I seen that says I think it was $350 bond. So he bonded out $350. Insane, and released the same day. And somebody told me that this is the reason why Megan Metcalf and him, Jeff Metcalf, split up. Who knows? They don't know them. So, but anybody could just bring up anything. But this is the guy, and this is why at the end of the day, he know that his sons were bullies, and you could tell by how he spoke. And I don't even remember him saying that his kids were good kids, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he probably did, but you know, I tuned out of a lot of it because at the end of the day, we know what's up. But the way how he spoke, I got respect for Jeff because how he is approaching this shit. He could have been a real dickhead. He could have been a real white supremacist and so for so on. But I respect how he responded to the situation. I do. But I do understand that, to me, he's doing it because he knows that his sons were fucking bullies. That's pretty much it. That's how I feel in a nutshell. But overall, I think he's a cool dude far as his approach. I don't know him, so I can't say I like him. So, yeah. And, yeah, all this other stuff is funny as hell. Especially Mama right there. That right there is funny. Anyway, Yeah. So, how long I've been here? I want to see if it's a black knife. Brooklyn. Yeah. Also said Karmelo was jumped. Yeah, he was definitely jumped. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here, man. I mean, a lot of y'all, well, some of y'all still coming in here, man. But anyway, please make sure y'all show some love to the platform. Again, if y'all would like to show some love to the platform, still no love, But I'm not gonna waste my time like that. But I just say I don't know. I might come back. I don't know. I'm not sure. But for those who rock with your boy, thank you. But please make sure yeah, because I mean I could be here long enough, but it's like I look. I thank y'all for tuning in, man. But I don't know. I might come back tonight. I'm not sure. But thank y'all for tuning in, and for those who shared, thank you. And yeah, that'll be all. Rest in peace, Austin, and free Karmelo.